Bows and bow ties. Was listening to the radio. I had heard of this before, and then I got a brief recap of there was this shooting at Morgan State University. Now, you guys know how I feel about dumpster fire Baltimore. So, Morgan University, apparently there were five people who were caught up in this, five people who were, I think, victims or shot. And I think they have three potential suspects or something like that that they have on camera. That's what I thought I heard. And this is the second time I've heard about this. But this is the kind of thing that, here we go again. I'm like, until people who look like me start caring to bother, care, like you need to bother to care about people, about someone other than yourself. Like, you can't even get an education in a predominantly black area. Look what's happening on the campus now. That's not to say that Morgan State is the only college campus that has ever, um, I guess, dealt with violence or anything like that. But I'm focused on Morgan State right now because my whole big issue is the black community is a mess. And in particular, Baltimore is a dumpster fire. You know how many people from Baltimore are always like, why are you going so hard on Baltimore? I'm like, because Baltimore sucks. It all the way sucks. Like, you don't even want to go there for anything because now you're concerned about carjacking and everything else. And everyone says it's not that bad. I'm like, but it literally is that bad. Why would I want to go spend my hard earned coin in Baltimore? Baltimore sucks. I mean, like, you can't even drive without people trying to harass you. You can't even go try to engage in any level of entertaining. I remember last year we went to watch an Orioles game, and my husband was like, I hate to say this, but we're not Orioles fans, but we had free tickets through my husband's company, and they were really good seats. And we wanted to just get the family out for like a family outing to have some fun. Um, and as we were, walking to the stadium, we parked our car, walked to the stadium, and we're looking around. We're like, this is the pits. It's like it doesn't even, you don't even feel safe with your kids. And everybody wants to be like, oh, you shouldn't feel like that. I'm like, yes, I should, because these are my children. So we watched the game. We watched all of, but I think the ninth inning. I think they were winning. I can't remember. And we were like, let's get out of here before, the crowds. And we walked out of the stadium, and my husband was getting on my kids because they were like, get over here. Now, they aren't going to try my husband or anything like that, but he's looking around. He's like, these are my kids. He's like, he doesn't want any shenanigans. Don't even talk to his children, right? Don't even look this way. So, there were shenanigans going on out there. My kids didn't quite know what they were looking at. Like when people were talking to themselves, not understanding that some of these people were high and they're just in a bad way. And it's hard, right? Because you want to give, but it's kind of like you can't save everybody. And they're looking around and we're like, don't stare. The point I'm getting at is like Baltimore continues to just suck. Like, you can't even be on a campus. Like, I think they were getting ready to have some sort of homecoming or whatever. Like, these young students should be able to enjoy their homecoming activities and feel safe on campus. They had one girl, now granted this was a news clip, she was like, yeah, I don't even want to be here. I don't even feel safe on this campus, whatever. I don't blame her. It's like, why even? I hate Baltimore so much. And every time somebody tries to hype up Baltimore, I'm so petty. I'm like, Baltimore should secede from the union and get their own currency and own language. Because they have their own language anyway, because half the time I don't understand what they're saying. And I feel so bad because there's so many good people in Baltimore, but like you have the people who live in the decent parts, right? You have the people who live in the decent parts, but like you have to have money to live there. and they get to isolate themselves. But the rest of the people are in such a bad way. I'm like, just the violence. You can't even go to school. You can't even go to college there. Oh my gosh. The community is in such disrepair. And like I said yesterday, instead of trying to figure out some solution, I'm just kind of like fresh out of solutions at this point. We would rather talk about, I don't know, people getting married. That's what we'd rather talk about. Anyway, that's all I've got. Let me know your thoughts.